Hello, everybody. We're going to have a little look at this current season, the 7th season of Rank Sprint, which is really a CV-heavy meta right now. Really, more than half of the games I've played so far have featured CV on each side. So I've decided to start running the United States Light Cruiser Dallas. And I really enjoy Dallas. I love its AA capability. I love its offensive capability. I love the way it maneuvers. It hits hard with fast firing guns. And I want to just go over some do's and don'ts, both with Dallas and with DD play in the CV heavy ranked meta. So we're all gonna, I've told my team we're gonna move up and press B. I'm gonna stick around with the T-61 and the Gepard and provide anti-aircraft cover, swat some flies away. And with Dallas, he is a 13-point captain, mostly anti-aircraft spec. I'm going to aggressively pursue the positions that the CV, the opposing CV, wants to take to deny the space to operate to our DDs. The T-61 is headed out towards C-cap. The Gepard is moving into the gap between the two caps. It looks like we're not going to make a push here on B to start the game. But at least we've got a presence at sea, and hopefully everyone knows well enough to move down. I'm sitting here watching this replay it's from a few hours ago with Ruby, and I promised Ruby that she could say hi to everybody.
Hi!
Yeah, there you go. And you see, we've already started taking down some planes, and we're, I've had to abandon my original plan to push into B and help take that cap, as both of our DDs have decided to move hardcore to C, which is fine. You know what? This is not a bad strategy on their part. They're grouping together to at least have some AA defense against the rocket planes. Caught the Leander over pushing, going really aggressively into B cap, but I don't have the captain skills yet to put expert marksman on, so my turret traverse isn't quite what it could be, but there he is. We're unloading him with a bit of AP. There, loads of good damage there. Nice alpha damage that he can't repair as readily as he could fire damage. He's moved a bit. Gepard is... I don't know what he's doing. He's just pushing really, really hard into nothing. He's abandoned his help. He's abandoned the cap. And look at that. Now he's dead. There was no real strategy to what our Gepard did there. He wasn't pursuing anything. He wasn't spotting anything. He wasn't capping anything. He wasn't protecting anything. And now he's not going to be able to do any of that anyway because now he's dead. Our T-61 has taken the cap and is just going to sit there. He's just going to sit there and C-cap. So he's not pursuing anything, he's not protecting anything, he's not spotting anything, he's not capping anything, he's not laying smoke, he's just sitting there. Again, right now, really we have no DDs doing anything effectively for us, and that's really disappointing. So we're going to have to adapt as a team. Our cruisers are going to have to play a little bit more aggressively, especially when it comes to pushing the caps. We're going to have to really try to pursue their DDs, and most of all, we're going to have to stay alive, because if our DDs aren't going to really help at all, then we just have to survive late into the game to do their job for them. All right, we catch the Leander. He's got no smoke left. He decided to take a shot at us for some reason. He's backing up. We can take a few free ones on him. We've already got him on fire. He put it out right away. Listen, Dallas is a fire-breathing dragon at T6. Look at that. I'm going to land fires on this Leander all day long. Yeah, he's going to be able to repair a good chunk of that, but it's still eating into his health pool. And if he keeps up firing on me while he pushes into the middle of the map, he's not going to have a long game. Another fire for good measure. Our T61 is still at C-cap. Just sort of sitting around. Really odd, really bizarre DD play from both of our DDs. And I'm not doing this to call anyone out or make anyone look bad. It needs to be pointed out that you know, if you're going into a competitive mode, if you're going into ranked, nobody wants their ranked grind to take forever. Nobody wants to yo-yo up and down the ranks because one or two guys just decided not to play. And when that happens, when you're one of those guys who just doesn't really have a plan, doesn't know what they're going to do with a DD, don't bring your DD into ranked. You're going to get called out on it every time. That's just the nature of the game. When you do, take it as a learning experience. Listen to the complaints that your teammates have and learn from them. I've asked our team to report this T61. At this point, he seems either like a bot or he's AFK or he's trying to purposely throw the game. I can't really decide. He does push back in and come back to the folds a little bit later on in the game, but at that point, I mean, we've already won this. Our DeGrasse and quite frankly me, we play really well here, and we seal it down. I'm gonna approach really carefully here. I don't want to get myself into a position where I can get blapped by that battleship out in the distance. I don't want, if I'm going to be spotted by the airplane, I want to at least have some cover. I'm looking at line of sight right now. I know he's got lots of islands to shoot over to get to me, so it's time for me to get my fighter in the air, get my AA fired right up, and push into this cap and take it for our team. This is by no means the win at this point is by no means a given. It needs to be, everything I do here needs to be approached with some caution. Dallas does not respond well to Fuso AP. So I'm gonna give myself a chance to get some shells on that Fuso and stay under cover by moving that island directly in front of us. And while I do that, Louis, who I also said could say hello in this game, wants to give a shout out to everybody.
Hello, people.
All right, now I'm gonna get some shots off on that Fuso. I know he can't really return fire before I get back to cover, so I've just very carefully chosen my opportunities to be spotted and to use my guns. And I'm going to do that for really the rest of this game until that Fuso's out of the picture. Perth is burning down. Take a couple of pot shots at him. And I'm going to maintain my cover behind this island. I'm pushing my bow toward the island. Dodge some shells. Oh, I take a wallop there. So I misjudged my position on the island, and I'm gonna push up onto it and toward the island that Fuso's headed behind. to help mitigate another the possibility of another disaster. Just like that. That's perfect. And you see our BB is doing a tremendous job realizing that we have virtually no DDs, no DD help, and he's going down to cap at the A cap, and at the very least he's preventing the Reds from accumulating more points. And I think at that point it's fair to call this a win, and we did it really with no effective DD play. The New Mexico succumbs to the Ryujo, but you know he didn't die in vain. He kept them from accumulating more cap points. He forced their Ryujo to reckon with him and not come after our DD, which in a normal situation would have been a very noble effort, but I mean really we didn't, to be honest, we didn't really need this T-61 that much. He's going to push in and he's going to finally make a contribution by putting a load of torps on that Fuso. But, you know, you can see that he's just sort of held that same position since the start of the game. And to what end? He didn't have a plan. He didn't have any type of strategy in mind. And I'm just trying to, you know what? I'm trying to keep him alive now because I think we might need him. So I'm pushing back towards him, forcing the planes to fly over me to get to him. I'm pretty certain that I'm going to meet my fate at the hands of the Ryujo at this point. But, you know, I took away 13 planes. I capped. I've done a respectable amount of damage so far. I've just tried to do my job and just tried to give my team a chance to win.
Our victory is in sight.
And even without me now, we're going to win, provided that T-61 can figure out a way to get something else going.
Anti-aircraft gun crews
It's
are
really
on
disappointing,
normal
and
alert.
that's really what the point of this video is just to illustrate how important it is for a team to have good DD play, not just in ranked, but in randoms as well. I'm doing a good job of dodging these dive bombers. Getting my AA sector set. Taking minimal damage there. Shooting down more planes. I'm about to get the Ryujo into range. I'm going to push down to try to spot him.
Fighter airborne.
And, you know, when it comes to chat and having a disagreement with teammates, make your point. And that's what I try to do. Just make my point. Let it be known that, hey man, you gotta come and give us a hand here. You're not helping the team. And then just leave it. You can only get so much through to some guys. It's not worth getting into a big flame war, tossing insults back and forth. It doesn't do anybody any good. So I'm just going to ignore whatever kind of silliness he has to say, and I'm going to instead focus on sealing this win, getting it done.
Crews are on normal alert.
Pound away on this Ryujo, eat up his planes. And that's a wrap.
Enemy aircraft carrier destroyed.